Okay, everybody, welcome back to Barbara's Den. Now, I wanted to do this review of Porsha Family Matters, and it's going to be mostly back and forth between episodes 1 to episode 4. And and I'm going to start with, I guess, what we would call the protagonist, who is Lauren. Now, Lauren always, but then again, when I see her on Real Housewives of Atlanta, Lauren is not necessarily that never seemed to me as a close, supportive person of Lauren, of Porsha. Especially when she got pregnant from her baby daddy. Um, and want knowing Porsha would have some feeling about it. And she's looking at her like Portia's supposed to be the bad guy because she's selfish because she can have a baby and all of that. That's when I first noticed that Lauren is not what you would call that close to Porsha. They're just sisters. They share the same daddy. And the fact that Lauren grew up in the house with her daddy seems to me to say that Lauren seems to think she's better than Porsha in a way. And then Lauren's cousin actually says it. That they're Mama Diana's country bumpkin. I don't understand the definition of the word country bumpkins among rich people, among people with status, among people with money, um, business-minded people. They were born into business, so they don't have that 9 to 5 worker mentality, which I don't have it either. But everybody around me works because I'm, I got fired from every job because I'm an entrepreneur, because I cannot put up with that BS that these people put you through unnecessarily as a worker. But I digress. Now, what does Lauren do? The first thing I notice about Lauren is she is seems to be excessively, possessively pro Dennis. Why? Because you like Dennis? Why would she so be pro Dennis so much when Dennis did to Porsha what Dennis did to Porsha? Cheating on her while she was pregnant and just well, you still mad about that? You still mad about that attitude? Don't take commitment to women seriously. It's like Porscha's, I think her grandmother said, he's a playboy. And Mama Gina constantly jumping defending a grown man, which makes absolutely no sense to me. But that's the role she playing on the show. She getting a check for that role, and I guess she gonna be that, which I think is dumb. To constantly jumping in people's faces and defending your son, and especially lying through her teeth, and then admitting it was a lie that Portia's mother told her that Porsha cheated on Dennis, knowing full well Porsha never cheated on Dennis, and knowing full well Porsha's mama would never tell her anything of that sort. So I see why Mama Diane did not come to Mexico, because she said it's going to be a fiasco, and it wasn't a fiasco. It was just a Mexico, because it's totally messy. First of all, why Lauren? They want to make it look like it's Lauren's cousin idea, but I think it's both of them idea. And I think it's more so Lauren idea, because And it seems like Lauren's cousin, why does she have on Dennis's items? So it seems like Lauren's cousin wants Dennis to kind of see that vibe there. Everybody looking at um, Lauren, but most of them said that they don't get that vibe from Lauren for Dennis. But nobody looking at their cousin. Why does she have on Dennis clothes? Why does she wearing Dennis furs? Why? Hmm. Hmm. Now, the next thing I saw in there is Storm's mother. That was the most cringy, most annoying moment ever in season. Why is this woman up there hooping and hollering and crying about her daughter Storm? Woman, sit down. What are you trying to do? Get an acting? You trying to get an acting job? Whatever works. But I thought it was crazy. And another thing, how I know Porsha and Lauren were never close like that, even though they want you to think they're close. Porsha just loves her sister. She loves her family. But I don't think Lauren's family, and the fact that Lauren gonna say Porsha family, she don't consider Porsha family her family. She don't consider Porsha her family. So my thing is, I don't think Lauren is as close to Porsha as one might think. Because first of all, why she gets up there and do this your big old explanation, confessional, about why she don't work for Porsha no more, as if Porscha some terrible boss or something. From what I understand from Real Housewives of Atlanta, Lauren wants to run things. She wants Porsha to put the money in it, and don't want Porsha to have nothing to do with it. She want to run it her way. Porsha don't see it that way, because Porsha is protecting her investment, and you got to do that with family. Family is the main people you cannot have work for you. So with Lauren quitting, it probably been best for Porsha. Because what Porsha doing is still thriving. And I think Lauren's cousin, I think that's the problem that she has with Porsha. Because Porsha is successful. And Porsha made her own success. Their success is based on as their daddy who was in the home. Porsha didn't have her daddy in the home. So Porsha's success is based on her mother. Her mother owned franchises of daycare. So when Porsha got her head together at 24, she opened up her own I guess franchises of daycare. Where she I guess she added more to it based on her personality, and she ran that and started her success from that. But you cannot get mad because Porsha knows how to go out there and make her success. Lauren don't know how to do that. Lauren trying to get her success off Porsha. Porsha loves Lauren, and she let Lauren do that. But with Lauren, with this excessive pro Dennis, I think they entitled this episode Menace, because Dennis is not necessarily a menace in this. Lauren is the menace. And you know, and you know, Lauren, everybody keep, what I hate about people, they don't let people talk. When people need to be held accountable for sneaking into somebody's house and stealing their property out of their house, and then you don't want them to hold you accountable for it, but you want other people to be held accountable for what they are doing, not talk about nobody else. You need to be held accountable for walking into this woman's house, sneaking into this woman's house. It may have been a production setup, is what they want to say, maybe, but either way, it still needs to be dealt with as, why are you sneaking into my house, stealing items out of my house, and then Lauren's cousin wearing them as if they're hers? Lauren don't even care about those items. I think it's more so the cousin that's care about those items because she care about Dennis. Why she wearing Dennis items? Who in the world had on Dennis Versace robe? I know she had them furs on. And what about this little dude in there that keeps showing his face? I'm like, what up with this dude with this your facial expression? Who are you? And it seems like I don't know who Porsha gonna throw out in season 5, but it obviously got something. I want to know for this dude because who is he? You just a friend of the family. Why you even there? You're not even family. You're a friend of a family member in Lauren's family that nobody knows. And they talking like this man he don't need to be there. Who are you? But anyway, now we get to Storm and Lauren, not Lauren, Lauren's cousin gets into an argument. Man, I thought Storm got up and wanted to drag the girl across the table. I saw it. It wasn't so much like that. She just got up in Lauren's cousin's face and put her in her place. And then they want to get mad at Porsha for defending her cousin Storm. Of course, Porsha gonna defend her cousin Storm. It's just what? It's just two of them. It's Porsha and Storm. So Porsha gonna have Storm back regardless of Storm issues with Dennis. Like he said, that was before. I understand before Dennis and Porsha met. When that thing went down with Dennis, with Storm. So now I'm gonna do it, Porsha. Porsha got like the man first. That's what he do. You can see all throughout this episode. And what was this kissing scene that they keep showing with Dennis and the girl? What are they trying to do? Make Porsha jealous? I don't get it. I agree with some people when they say this is a Dennis show. This is definitely a Dennis show because you know during Real Housewives of Atlanta, Dennis wanted that lemonade and peaches and Bravo shut it down. So now, under the name Porsha Family Matters, Dennis is getting his show. Everybody want to make it about Porsha, but it's not about Porsha. This is about Dennis wanting a show out of this. And Dennis getting a show out of this. This whole show is about Dennis and Lauren and her cousin. It's not so much about nobody else. Porsha and Simon just there. And then I hear somebody say that they was upset because they made Porsha's side of the family look crazy. No, you made yourself look crazy. Because first of all, why is Lauren so anti-Porsha? That's your sister. But I already saw that dynamic there. There's a problem there. You cannot. Somebody else gets successful. You decide that you're gonna be successful because you somebody's sister and you think you should be. Go out there and make your own. You doing your spiritual thing. This spiritual thing with Lauren seems like like some crazy fluke thing to me. It's completely unorganized. This woman just sits there and let that family do whatever crazy black culture thing that they do. And this lady just sitting there letting them do what they want. And then she just comes, she just comes in and do her part. And do the part. And Lauren is loud talking like, girl, Lauren don't know. I can be more of a spiritual advisor than Lauren. Because I know how to be calm. Not be yelling at people, talking to people like she did children. Then Lauren gonna say one more thing about the road and you can go home. Girl, how you gonna tell somebody to go home on Porsha's retreat? Lauren seemed to be taking a whole entire villainous role of Kenya. In that taking over, bossing people around, talking to people like she crazy. I'm like, girl, what's up with that? Now, let me see what else in this show that was crazy. Basically, the craziest thing I noticed was Lauren and her cousin. The stealing of Porsche property. And then don't want to be held accountable for it. And they want to make it out as, oh, why do you care about a robe? It's not even your robe. It's not Lauren's cousin's robe either, but she has it and wearing Dennis's stuff. Anybody think about it? Like I say, Dennis doesn't, like I said, Dennis brought a date. Why is Dennis bringing a date on a family retreat? The woman don't know the family. She don't know about it. And then you can set a dinner plate. The woman, well, I don't understand, the woman never showed up. If it did, they ain't show her. Because, first of all, if me and you just talking, I'm not going to bring you around my ex-girlfriend, my baby mama, family. That would be crazy. Because first of all, Storm going to get her. Second of all, Lauren going to say, why you worrying about it? Why you worrying about it? You need to make a mind. No, you need to mind your business. It does not matter that Porscha's with Simon, because Simon is just there watching and see, asking him, why your family in it? Simon look at him like, you know where I dragging my family into this mess. I get dragged enough on social media over some BS that ain't true about my ex-wives and my children. I'm not bringing them on this show. And y'all want to check? Well, y'all coming on the show and act a fool. And when they say Porscha's family, these people are not even Porscha's family. Porscha want them to come together. But these people, Lauren's cousins, is not Porscha's family. Porscha's family is Storm and Lauren. But Lauren is close to her own family, I'm beginning to see. Because Lauren is not even close to Porscha and her mother. And she know not to say nothing about Storm. So that's all I see on this trip. Yeah, and they got the grandmama, Porscha grandmama. There's Porscha mama, Porscha grandmama, which is Mama Diane's mama. So, and then Porscha's aunt. And you notice Porscha mama they bought a sugar. She's a this is going to be a fiasco in Mexico. So, Lauren grandma and Lauren aunt, what did they do? Sat back, especially after that girl called them some country bumpkins. I don't blame her. I will sit back and look at Lauren's family act up and cut up. I don't got nothing to say, because I believe they eating their feelings about that country bumpkin thing. Because you notice they show their aunt and they show the grandma. But you notice there wasn't a participant in this messiness. Messiness. They weren't a part of this messiness. They was just sitting there just looking. Now in season 3 they had a lot to say. They don't got much saying this one. And Mama Gina didn't have much to say either. Because she already know she don't mess up lying on Miss Diane. And I can assure you, Miss Diane's mama and Miss Diane's sister do not appreciate the lying on the daughter and the sister. So Mama Gina, I think she apologized for that because she knows she messed up. That woman, like, people don't appreciate that. So once, it's like Simon told Dennis. He said, your mama needs to stay out of you and Porscha's business. He said she needs to stay out of it. Because the woman is the common denominator as to why Porscha and Dennis can't have. I believe they got a good co-parenting situation going on. It's just that Mama Gina gets in there and just playing that I don't know what role she playing. She tried to play the bone carrier, but that ain't work. Because you can't go around lying on people's mama because they'll get you something. And you can't go around running your mouth with people's grandmama because they're going to get you something. Mama Gina is the common denominator in pissing off Porsche family. The rest of the family now, Lauren cousin is the common denominator in pissing off Porsche family. But you want to get mad at Porsche talking about it make y'all look bad. Y'all made yourself look bad. Because y'all the one coming out here going and sneaking into people's house, stealing rolls out of somebody's house. And trying to make it like, oh, why you worrying about a roll? You and Dennis ain't together. That don't got nothing to do with it. You don't steal stuff out of people's house. My husband, I found a picture of my husband, his first fiance, where she had a brain tumor. And she didn't have much longer to live. And her and her parents, was going, I guess I'm taking her to the doctor or whatever, and they got hit by a train. So all of them ended up dying. I found a picture of this girl in the car. Now, do you think I will just go, it crossed my mind, get to take this picture and rip it or whatever, why you got her picture in there, or why you got the shit item of her? I started thinking, but I don't say no, I'll leave them where they are. That is what that is with that robe. People need to mind their business. Lauren needs to mind her business. Lauren's cousin want her some Dennis. That's all I can see there. Dennis throws Lauren into the pool and jumps into the pool. Like, little sister, you doing the most, so I'm going to throw you in the pool. We're going to do the little Kenya Apollo scene, even though anybody with eyes can tell that it's not the same. The Kenyan Apollo thing was just what you call it, shameful flirting. It's not flirting, but then they're like sisters and brothers, and everybody sees that, but they're cousin. It's a whole nother thing. Nobody's saying nothing about her, but they're cousin. And she's the problem, because she the one come up with the idea to steal the role, to get Dennis to come. She the one want Dennis there, but guess what? I don't know if Dennis even have any interest in her. I don't know if he have any interest in her. He may have. He may be getting behind the scenes. I don't know. But if anybody do any silly thing, it's going to be Lauren's cousin. I can never remember her name. I think her name is Londi, or what her name is. But it's going to be her. They were not seeing that, but I see that by season 8, I guess we'll see more of what Lauren's cousin has to do with Dennis. And what is Lauren doing? Making sure Dennis is near her. She's like the little chaperone. Time I want to make sure Dennis don't bring a date and I not know about it. Which is a good thought, because Dennis is ridiculous. Dennis cannot bring no date to no family retreat. Especially a date that nobody knows he has. He just pulling random woman standing there kissing. Like, okay. And then Dennis be doing this little trick of things he be doing to Porsha. And you know that Porsha don't respond to him. Because she know what Dennis doing. And people might want to say she's doing something, but she's not. And I'm watching to different content creators on what they have to say about this thing. My thing with some content creators, I click them off all because a lot of them gets on my nerves. You start the show off with whole Porsha. Click. I don't need to hear no more after that. Why you calling this woman out her name? This woman is engaged to a man. She ain't pregnant from this man, but she planning to have children with him. Versus everybody want to be mad at Porsha for taking a man from Fallon. Bottom line is, and then we know that Fallon out here with this show expose Porsha stuff. How in the world Fallon exposes Porsha? That's not possible, because first of all, Fallon and Simon was having their own problems. They apparently was having their problems. They weren't together, and therefore, because Simon, I guess, just leaving her alone in the house, not emotionally, disconnect from her, whatever. He don't want to be bothered with her. Leaves the assistants in the house with her, and her and the staff gets together and produce a baby in March. Because her and Simon is having issues. Nobody looking at the fact that Fallon and Simon were having marital issues. And because Simon is away, she is in the house with the staff making a baby. But you want to blame Porsha for coming in after Simon been moved on. Before Fallon even got pregnant, Simon had already moved on. That's how she ended up having a baby with the staff. They already moved on. Now, so he sees Porsha. Okay, I've been watching Porsha on this show all these years. I want to give her fun, loving self, which is she's fun, loving like Fallon, but she's more mature than Fallon. Because Fallon out here, while she is engaged to this man, asking another boy to marry her, engagement in public, while she is engaged to Simon, because you know Simon and Fallon got married that same year. I think a few months apart, 2 or 3 months apart. She asked him to marry her, and then she ended up marrying Simon. So she was engaged to Simon, but you asking another man to marry you. People say that's deflecting or whatever, but you cannot just overlook what other people do and make them the victim of their karma. That's your karma. Whatever going on, Fallon said this and that. But we noticed in season 4, Simon threw a dig at Fallon. When you can see Porsha in the kitchen cooking. She trying to do this and that for the camera and TV. Simon see it as appreciation. He knows it's for TV, but he still appreciates it. Like he said, he's never been with a woman that cared about his health or cared about do for him like that. Because apparently, he must have had maids cook all his food. The staff cooked the food because, or the chef, whoever they have in the house, because apparently Fallon never went out her way to just do little stuff like that. Porsha does little stuff like that. Like he came on to show Porsha lost her mind. How Porsha lost her mind? Every suit in the store, making sure he looked good. Porsha doing these things. That's what he's talking about. He never had a woman to care about him to that point. About his health, about him. Making sure he's taken care of. He's not used to that. And that's probably a dig on all wives. Especially Fallon, who act like she was just so much a mother to them children. But anyway, that's about it for the for my perspective on this, which is basically to recant. Lauren is doing the most. Lauren's cousin, I think, is into Simon, because why is she stealing his items out, Porsha items out of Porsha's house that used to be Dennis's? And I can understand why Porsha would still have something in there, which is I don't have nothing from my first baby father, but my husband has stuff from his first fiance that died, and I don't see him now. He don't let me. I don't see him like that. Every once in a while I run across him. I'll leave him where he is. So I understand why she got that, and they had no right to do that. And they acting like Porsha still love Dennis, and why she don't got nothing to do with loving nobody. Really. It probably got to do with that hurt that Dennis put there. And then Mama Gina lying on Mama Diane, and Lauren's family think they're better than Porsha, and they over here the messiest in Mexico, and Porsha family sitting back looking at them like, because they take issue with Lauren's cousin calling them country bumpkins, and Mama Gina lying on the daughter and the sister, Mama Diane. But anyway, that's it for this video, and I will see you next time. subscribe to the channel, like the video, and bye.